we don't know yet if he's going to play on Thursday night. Panthers play the Falcons on Thursday night. Would be a great spot for him to return. Obviously, it's a short week for them. How do you project this backfield now with McCaffrey back? Because Matt Rule has even said himself, like, he doesn't see Mike Davis, going away. He said he's still going to play even when McCaffrey is back. But what do you think that split looks like?
If he's active, what I would treat both of them as startable. Certainly McCaffrey, obviously, you're playing, but I think Mike Davis will be involved enough. And if you look at trying to rank running backs, it's ugly from 25 on. Ugly. So especially because of the targets he gets, and McCaffrey coming back and obviously from such a semi-serious injury, and the good matchup too at home against Falcons. So I would play both for sure. I would definitely be using Mike Davis as a flex type starter, even if CMC is active, at least this week.
Yeah, this week, I mean, this is a good spot for you to, if you have either Davis or McCaffrey. If you have both, you're sort of in a bind there. But like if you have Mike Davis, I think you can feel pretty good that if both of these guys are active because of the matchup that they're in, like this is a perfect spot for you. It probably couldn't have gone any better than that, because you can just throw these guys out there no matter what. Now, it's worth noting that like over the last 2 weeks, the matchups have been a little bit more tough. Obviously, the Bears have a very good defense, and the Saints are very underrated as a rush defense. But Mike Davis has definitely started to slow down that pace that he maintained against the Chargers, the Cardinals, and these Atlanta Falcons. Caught 2 passes against the Bears, caught 5 passes against the Saints, which sort of buoyed his fantasy floor, and then scored a rushing touchdown against the Bears the previous week, which buoyed that floor. But 2.9 yards per carry against the Bears, 1.7 yards per carry against the Saints, just 7 carries on the ground in general. I think this offense, like, it's worth discussing this potential split. I do think that it will go back to sort of being an 80-20 sort of situation. Like, they're going to spell McCaffrey with Mike Davis.
Yeah.
But even that is a big difference than how we've seen McCaffrey used in previous years. Like the last 2 seasons, especially in 2019, McCaffrey was like basically a 99% snap player. Like even when they had CJ Anderson on the roster in 2018, that Norv Turner coaching staff was pretty much like, forget it. We're going to just throw this guy out there on every single possible play. So that alone, like even Davis taking 20% of the touches, and this is just pulling numbers out of thin air, like that would be a big difference, to the point that McCaffrey might be, when he comes back, the 7th, the 6th best running back in fantasy, which is great. But it might be a little bit less of an impact, especially coming off an injury, the first probably real big serious injury of his career. It could force him, like I said, down to that 6th, 7th running back in fantasy, and not like the clear-cut number 1 overall pick that he was coming into this year.
Yeah, it was really nice when he was getting nearly 100% of the snaps, no doubt. But it will probably take away 15 to 20% with the way Mike Davis has shown. One thing I will note is Atlanta has been this like pass funnel defense, ranking 31st in DVOA against the pass and just 7th against the run. So they haven't been horrible, but obviously a home game over under near 50 should get some goal line scores. And I do like the setup here for Carolina either way. But I think CMC is still moving forward after this week, and then they'll have 10 days to recover. Maybe he's not the clear-cut number 1, but man, you look at the running back landscape with what is Kamara doing and Elliott. Who's the argument? Aaron Jones coming off the injury, Dalvin Cook coming off the injury. I don't know. Derrick Henry, obviously, in non-PPR, but I don't know. McCaffrey will be right there in the mix for number 1, even if he's playing 80% of the snaps instead of 99%.